Could you be potentially, if there was a federal ICAC, a target?
Well, I don't mind being a target. I've been a target for everybody else in the last couple of years.
Well, you're facing serious allegations that you funneled money from more than $12 million, that's the allegation, out of the Port Palmer operations to fund your election campaign. Is it true that that money was spent on your election campaign?
Yeah, I'd like to answer that for you, Tony, but of course that's going to go up to the Supreme Court this week and it'll all be down. What that's all about is that we're owed about $500 million by the Communist Chinese government that doesn't want to pay it, that's now reverting this sort of rubbish.
That's not what that's all about, actually. I mean, from that account, there's $2.17
No, that's
million.
What it's about. That's what it's about.
$2.17 million of that account went to a company called Media Circus. How much of that?
I'm just trying
Can
to
I just ask you how much of that was spent on your election campaign?
No, you can't, because that'll go before the Supreme Court. We'll be knocking that case out because it's a lie, it's not true, and we'll deal with that matter. You've been reading too much of The Australian and what Rupert Murdoch's telling you from New York. It's just not true.
Let's put it this way, because obviously there are serious implications. If you are caught doing something wrong...
It's not trial by media, Tony, even though you'd like to help Rupert.
This is trial by... I'm asking questions.
Yeah,
it's not a trial
I'm telling
at all.
you, I'll just tell you again, it's not true, it's false, and we'll be suing this week. It'll be in the Supreme Court. You can report it on the ABC and this will be thrown out. But it won't stop the fact that the Chinese government wants to bring workers here to destroy our wage system. It won't stop the fact that they want to take over our ports and get our resources for free. So far they've shipped $200 million worth of iron ore out of this country without paying for it.
Okay.
And I don't mind standing up against the Chinese bastards and stopping them from doing it. And I'll be doing that, mate. Don't worry about that.
Simple question, just leaving...
Well, that's what it's about,
leaving
Tony.
that aside.
That's what it's about. It's not about $12 million. You know, this is a $10 billion project.
$12 million is quite a lot of money. So, no, I'm just asking, can you put your hand on your heart in front of this audience now and say that not a cent of that $12 million went into my election campaign?
I'm not going to answer questions that you put in my mouth, my friend. I can tell you that those allegations are not true. The relief they seek isn't true, and we're taking immediate action in the Supreme Court to take it out. That I'll be commencing proceedings against the lawyers that have said it, that have breached their oath of honesty to the court, that they know it's false, and we've got evidence to show that they know it's false, and they're acting for an improper purpose, abusing processes.
I'm not putting this in your mouth. It's a simple question.
They're just doing it
to link it. It's a simple question, whether or not
I'm not on trial here, Tony. You're not the judge. You come along to the court if you want to get the answer next week and find out. You're not the judge, but I'm just telling you, I'm not going to let their tactics of bluster and trying to have a go at people in this country stop people from defending our national assets. It's their legal tactic. That's all it is.
So when will you answer the question about the 12
Well,
million?
I'm in court next week. I've told you 3 times. But it's not up to you. That's not your job. You're not a judicial officer. We'll be suing them, and they'll be answering the question. We've had 3 judgments in the Federal Court and the Supreme Court of Western Australia and an arbitration against these Chinese mongrels. I'm saying that's because they're communists, because they shoot their own people, they haven't got a justice system, and they want to take over this country. And we're not going to let them do it.
We've got time for just one more question.